man, listeners and dear viewers for today. I told y'all I was gonna do a live at 2 p.m. Man, I got a special guest on here. Let me introduce him to y'all, Mr. Trent Ferguson.
Hey, thanks for having me, Zan. It's nice to be here.
Nice to have you on here. My honor, a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure having you on here. I did a podcast with you before, and now you're on you on Zan The Man now. You on YouTube.
I appreciate that. Thanks to your viewers and everybody out here for listening to me for a little while.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about pretty much anything, everything. We're gonna talk about some FSDB, some Florida School for the Deaf and Blind. If y'all know what that means, some stuff, some opportunities inside and outside, and how they help prepare you for the real world and how they train you for the real world. Stuff like we talked about yesterday.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. And I was just there. This is poignant, if you will. This is very relevant and pertinent because I was there back in May, so a couple weeks ago, and I was honored to give the commencement speech there. So that was fun. Best wishes to the graduating class of 2024. And it was truly an honor to go back to my alma mater to speak to people and speak to, the graduating class. I cannot thank the senior sponsors
Right.
this past year for asking me, and President Snow for having me back, and Mr. Cosgrove, and everybody else. The whole group of staff is fantastic over there. So it was great to go back and kind of reminisce on old times, if you will, because
Yeah,
I was there from 2007 to 2017, so I was there a decade.
yeah, and then 7 years later, you got to do the commencement speech for the class of 2024.
Yes,
Uh, how
sir, I did.
how was that like being back on your home turf?
It was really cool. I mean, I did not think that I would know where the buildings were, but I ended
Right.
up, finding that. But once I got on a sidewalk, I was able to walk to Kirk Auditorium, and then I realized, oh, there's Pope Hall. There are the landmarks that are still there that I knew. So that was cool. I knew exactly where the Carrie White building was, where I spent several years in the middle school dorm, and I spent a couple years, pardon me, and in the Kramer Hall in
Yep.
elementary. I knew exactly where that was, and Bryant, where where the high school is, and
Yep. Where the
that
blind high school is.
yeah, that was really neat. That was cool.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: what year did you graduate?
I graduated in 2017, so ironically, May 26th, 2017. So May, what was it? May 24th was
Wednesday,
yeah.
2017.
Yeah, well, May 20 or May. Let's see, they graduated on May 23rd, so I graduated on the 26th. So it was right around the same time frame as when I did. So we just passed the 7 year mark on the Sunday before Memorial Day.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. So let me ask you this: you know, what grade were you in when you first went there and back in 2007, back to the Florida School for the Deaf and Blind?
So I was in third grade. I really had a good time. It was third grade, so it was quite an adjustment for me. Me being in elementary school, so I was, my parents had put me on one of those buses to bring me up there to the school,
Yeah, the
and
charter bus.
yeah, I was on the charter bus like with people that I did not know, and I was in third grade. I was like, oh gosh, how's this gonna, I was like, this is a little nerve wracking, but thankfully, I really, after the first semester of my third grade year from 2007 to 2008, I was able to really kind of get used to things, like support system. But there
Right.
were times where I was like, oh man, I would love to stay up there and see this kind of unfold, a sporting event or things like that.
Hey, hold on, Mrs. Trent. Somebody keep trying to call in a group chat. Keep trying to call in. You can still hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
They had called in while you was in the middle of talking. I don't think. Hold on. I should have put. I should have. I should have put on Do Not Disturb while I had did this
Uh,
joke.
Zan, quick question: is this on my channel as well, or is this just on yours?
This on mine, but you can, if you subscribe to my channel, you can watch it from your channel.
Okay, all right, that sounds good.
You can And hold on, I'm gonna send this to a couple of people. I'm gonna share the link. I'm gonna like share the live with a few people so we get some more people in here. Somebody said hi out there
Oh,
in the.
very nice.
So hold on, let me send this to a few more. We're gonna share. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna share this with one more person, and then we can dive back into it. Uh, hey there.
I'm here.
Um, out there. We're gonna send it to another person. Then we're gonna get right back on there. So all right. So I'm back now. I'm back now. So yeah, you say you went there at third grade, right?
I did. Yep, I went there from third grade to 2007, all the way to my senior year when I graduated in 2017.
So 10 years, 10 years of being there. I'm a bone. This going on what? I'm gonna be a senior.
Did you go in middle school or high school?
I came in uh I came in 2021. I came in my ninth grade year, in the middle of my ninth grade year, and so I
Okay.
graduate in 2025. So this year make my senior year,
Yep.
and it should be quite a blast. Uh, so um, do you have a permanent not a I mean, do you have a like a condition like a eye condition or something?
Yeah, I have. My eye condition is optic nerve hypoplasia. Basically, the translation of that is my optic nerve did not develop to its full potential.
Yeah,
I'm not able to see anything. I have no light perception, can't see shadows, can't see anything like that.
wow,
And so I have that. And then I've just born with that and always have. I've never been able to see anything. But you know
right.
what? It doesn't stop me, as I always say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know, I know that you like sports. Don't you have radio a radio show or a TV show you do sports broadcasting on?
Well, I'm not working there anymore, only because I am actually. Give you a little backstory. I actually met my previous employer while at FSDB. The career development director at the time kind of got together with him and said, hey, a lot of people enjoy radio. And they said, well, we are we're launching a station in St. Augustine. So would you like to come? Would you like to bring your students to join you? And they said, sure, that's fine. So I was with a group of people who really you know, loved radio and had the chance to talk about it with the general manager of the station
Right.
at the time. So we went over and had a good time. And then following the ribbon cutting, about a couple months later, I was asked to record some no texting while driving campaigns for commercials, and so they
Right.
aired for a little while, and then that allowed me to climb the ladder from doing that to becoming the weekday morning sports anchor, to then becoming the assistant news director, and things just kind of moved up from there. And I unfortunately had to depart the station in 2022 because after I got my associate in arts degree in
Right.
2022 in May, I decided to apply for admission to USF down here in Tampa, because USF has a great mass communication program. And I said, well, I would ultimately, my ultimate goal is to work in a big market somewhere, definitely Tampa, because of the sports scene. The Buccaneers are down here, the Rays are down here, the Lightning, all
Yeah.
those teams. And so I said, well, let's see where that kind of takes me. So I went there, and I'm here now. I should graduate in the summer of 2025. So because my classes were going to be time consuming in nature, I decided that I was not able to fulfill the radio responsibilities as well as I was, being able to take, a couple of classes at a time while
Right.
at community college. Now, me being here, it's more cost effective to take a full load, so that way I'm not here at USF as long. Because as you know, going to college is very expensive.
Yes, sir. So what was your when you was back at FSDB as a senior or throughout your high school career? You know what did you like to major in? Was what it, all that what you said was that what you was very interested in, or was it something else, or was it
Oh
just
yeah,
that?
no. I wanted to a major in mass communications. I've always wanted to major in
Nah,
that,
yeah,
and the reason being is, yes, I love sports, but I will do anything when it comes to mass media. Heck, I'll even write, newspaper articles if
yeah,
opportunities presented themselves, or I'll write, radio scripts, or I'll, do some behind the scenes stuff. Ultimately, I want to be either on air, if we're talking radio, or on camera if we're talking TV. But I've always mass communications has always been a passion of mine.
always been a passion of yours, and you love doing it, and I can see that you enjoy doing it. Because like I think I told you this before too, that my what I would like to get a degree in is my communications degree also, because I told you I want to be like this public speaker, and I would like to do speeches for like young children, elementary kids, middle schoolers, high schoolers. I like to go to school, volunteer at schools to speak for them. I like to
Like a
go to,
motivational speaker.
yeah, motivation speaker. I like to volunteers at school. I like to you know go to help out the local community, give back. Give to the local community. They maybe can give some back to me too. I picture myself do that all the time. There's something called visualizing, and that's something what I do every day. That's something I do every day. I visualize myself doing all this stuff, and one day it's gonna come true. It might not be now, but it's gonna be soon. Whenever God says it's the time, it's the time.
Yeah, and it's also basically, you have to put in the work, and sometimes you're not gonna, you have to take steps before you can leap and before you can
Yeah,
run, and it's all about kind of taking one step at a time.
yeah,
That's the most important thing.
yeah. So yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. Look in this chat box. Got some people saying hi. Yeah, yeah, man, and that's a big passion. Us vision impaired and blind individuals. We have a passion for stuff we would like to do out here in life. And there's career opportunities to take advantage of, whether you at the Florida School for the Deaf and Blind or not, or you're not. It's all kind of career opportunities you can take advantage of. But the FSDB will teach you job readiness. They'll teach you, uh, how can I say it? They'll basically teach you the ins and outs of life. Um, Especially when you become a senior, because you'll be lit. Because I'll be in the apartments this year, but they got something called the apartment program up there up front.
Oh yeah,
Think
I remember. I
and, and,
remember it very well.
and how was that for you, Trent?
It was definitely interesting. I have to admit, and now I'm okay with admitting it, that my cooking skills weren't as great as they should have been at that level. So I needed a little extra help in that area, which, to be honest with you, whenever I was in high school, I was a bit of a perfectionist, and I am still. I'm still a perfectionist to this day. But when I got to
Yeah,
high school, I wanted people to know that I could do things. And yes, there were many things that I could do. I was very good academically. I had good social skills. My independent living skills were up to par, aside from the cooking and things like that. but I needed to improve upon that. So the apartment program helped me kind of become more confident in a kitchen, so to speak. So I was able to, learn how to cook different things. And yeah, it came with a little trial and error. I did burn, fish sticks, to be honest with you. I'm not afraid to admit that.
Right.
I burnt those. But you know what? That was part of the learning process
Yeah, that's
because I
it,
learned, I said, hey, look, I had to get better. And
right.
once I, accepted that fact, I was able to do that.
Yeah, that's called a live and learn experience right there, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
sir.
We all, we all gonna make mistakes. We all gonna burn some food. We gonna burn
L-
ourselves here and there.
Last time I checked, nobody's perfect. And if you say
Yeah.
you are, that's not necessarily true.
No, the only perfect person up there is God. It not now. I say this: everybody's perfect in their own ways. We all perfect in
For
our own ways.
sure. But I'm talking in general. I'm talking, if people say, oh, they're going to be, they're going to do things with 100% accuracy
Well,
all the
no,
time, no matter
no,
what, there's no way.
no, it can't. It's trial and error. It's called trial and error, man, and that's what life is, full of trials, full of errors. We all gonna have to try something out, and if it failed first time, we can try it out again. Y'all practice make perfect, man. We ain't gonna. We are all not going to, do the if this your first time cooking, you ain't gonna be perfect at cooking the first time.
No, there's no way. You got to be realistic about it.
You gotta practice more. Just you cook the first time. Oh yeah, I can cook this bacon. I can cook this spam. I can cook this chicken and whatever. And then no, man, you gotta practice makes perfect. Down the road. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
We're
that's
not gonna
true.
do things with 100% accuracy, as you said.
And that's why the apartment program is such a good resource and such a good program for students, because it will teach you how to, live as independently as possible, and they'll teach you how to cook, different things. And if you don't know how to make a certain dish, they'll kind of show you how to do it,
Yeah.
or vice versa. And you'll actually get real, critiques and constructive criticism from your peers that will actually be eating the food that you cook.
Oh yeah, yeah. Did that when I was a junior last year, and going into my senior year, I will be doing that too.
And what was your experience like in the junior apartment program? Because that kind of prepares you for the
Yeah.
big leagues. I look at that, using it as a sports term. The junior apartments is kind of like the minor league
My
before you
yeah.
jump up to the major leagues. As far as like from a baseball standpoint, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So my junior year, the junior apartment program. It's like freshman, sophomore. We got chores we got to do. We got responsibilities we got to do. We got chores. If you don't do your chore, you're gonna get in trouble. If you forget to do your chore, they got to remind you. Let them remind you. But if they keep on reminding you, you're gonna get in trouble. As they put zeros down. Now the apartments put tickets, but we're gonna get to that later. The junior apartment looking like you in your own house or in your own apartment. You know what I'm saying? You actually are making full course meals, and the staff there will show you how to make that meal. But you also have to plan meal plans. You have to go grocery shopping for what you need for your meal and others for your peers' meal.
Yep, that's
And
true.
like I say, man, it's not hard. Go in there with the right amount of confidence. Don't go in there confident, too arrogant, too cocky. Don't go in there saying, I can't do this. I can't. Nah, I ain't cooked before." If you ain't cooked before, guess what? Go in there and say, "Okay, I know I can do this. I know I haven't did it before, but I have faith in myself. I know I can do this." And go in there and let them show you the ropes of how to work the stove, how to work the oven, how to work the air fry, deep fry, all kind of stuff. And also, I helped a few peers, wash dishes. Some didn't know how to wash dishes, but most of us did. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
we all uh, we all good at different things at different areas.
Yeah, you're right about that. And the last thing I want is dirty dishes and stuff. I need to make sure my stuff's clean, ready to go.
Yeah, gotta make sure it's clean. I don't want to eat off of that same dish you just dirtied up the next day and then wash it off. So yeah, that I like helping people out, because that's somewhat I like doing. And also, I help people around the dorm, not just on my side of the dorm, not just the junior side, but I help people on the freshman side. I help people on the sophomore side. Some people, I helped out because I love doing that. Some people didn't know how to make their beds. I show them how to bake it. You know,
Yep. And
I
FSDB has way more than like their independent living skills are fantastic and everything, but their academics are also as great. Like their
oh
academic
yeah,
services and the teachers, they have expectations. They have their expectations for you are the same as they you would have any sighted
yeah.
person. If you don't meet a deadline, you get a zero.
Yeah,
Uh,
these ain't very are not very high expectations. They just expecting you do your work, you turn it in on time, you mark it as done in Google Classroom. If y'all know what that means, a class link. You go on Google Classroom, you mark that assignment as done, upload it to Google Classroom. They want to make sure you can do it before the deadline or do it on the day of the deadline.
Yes,
So
but anytime if once the deadline passes though, you're not going to get credit for that assignment. I mean,
Now
uh,
that's
v-
what some teachers. Now some teachers let you make up the assignment, but you won't get a full credit. You get half credit. Now I take half credit better than getting no credit. So
that's true.
if this assignment was due let me say September 27th, but you started back working on it on October 1st to 2nd, you'll get half credit. That don't mean you don't get no credit. The lowest you can go get a 50.
Yep.
And so, yeah, they got expectations. You do your work, you do what you're supposed to do, finish high school, graduate, and go on and do your own thing.
But it also teaches you to never miss a deadline again because the
Never.
50% looks bad in the grade book.
Right. So, yeah, like I say, I try not to miss deadlines. Sure, I missed a few. I admit that I missed a few deadlines, but hey, we all can make up from that.
Of course,
So,
there are certain circumstances where, if if you need extensions on something and you tell the teacher ahead of time, that's one thing. Like
yeah,
that's one thing. If you need an extension and you know in advance that you're going to need it, sure. But don't wait till 30 minutes before the assignment is due to say, hey, I need an extension on this. No, that's not cool.
no,
Like tell them earlier in the day on the
a
day
day
of deadline,
before,
or if see if you talk about the day before, saying, "Hey,
if
I'm not going to be able to make this deadline." That's the professional thing.
right, if
And the
if
reason they have these policies
right.
is to kind of teach you the professional way of life too.
Yeah, and like I said, man, if you know that you're gonna be out for some reason, you better tell the principal or the administrative assistant or tell your teachers, and so they'll know. Okay, yeah, he'll be out for this. He'll be out for this appointment. He'll be out for this, or she'll be out for this. So then they'll know that you're not just doing. You're just beating around the bush. Don't do their assignment. You always got to tell them, hey, so and so, I'm gonna be out for this. Okay, um, and it depends on if you out for 5 days, if you out for a week, you get 5 days to make it back up,
Yep.
and that's with excused absences. Now, if you got unexcused absences, you got for 5 days. Well, that's on you. That's on
Yes.
you.
Exactly. Yeah. If you don't tell anybody that you're not going to be there, then that's on
The,
you. But
the same amount of time you was out, the same amount of time you get to make up that work. See,
you got that right.
and that's something what I like.
Yes, I do too.
Yeah, and so yeah, that's the academic version of FSCB right there. And trust me, as the principal of the blind high school always say, his favorite line: "Do your work,
Yep.
do your work." And yeah, man, if you got an essay, if you need help on the essay, they got opportunities. They got a nice library. You can go and get tutoring from them. They can help you with your homework there. That's
Yeah, and
also a good thing.
you also have after school tutoring as well. If
After
you have
school tutoring for if you need help on improving your math skills. After school tutoring for math, or geometry, or algebra, whatever you need help in, they got tutoring for that.
and also different colleges, it's kind of the same thing. And once you get to college, you have, if you need help with essay writing, you have a they have a writing studio on most campuses, or a writing center. They have a math center as well too. So there's no excuse for not doing well. I mean, if you've done everything that you could possibly do, the grade will more than likely work itself out.
Yeah, yeah, it will. So yeah, like I say, you got some who's college bound and some who don't want to go to college. But that's
But
your
also
choice.
too, that's okay. Like if
That's your
college isn't
choice.
your thing, that's
Right.
okay. That's that's what I want. That's what I tried to tell people, and that's what I told people. If you
Yeah.
remember, right at the graduation, I said, if college isn't for you, that's okay. Like there's nothing wrong with that. You
There's
just
nothing
have to
wrong with that.
find you just have to find your niche in life.
Yeah, if you want to go straight to doing the job, straight to work, hey, you go do it. Nobody's stopping you. That's not a
Right.
bad thing.
Exactly.
But if you want to go to college, man, you got to finish up high school. You got to graduate with with a diploma, and
You got that right.
that's my plan to graduate. And then also, there's another opportunity after FSDB, to help you improve on more skills, and that's called the the rehab center in Daytona, Florida. Did you ever go there before?
Yes, I did. I went there right after high school. I went there in September of 2017. So I was going to go during the summer, but I went from September of 2017 to mid January of 2018. So I
Yeah.
went there, got the skills that I needed. It was great. The instructors were very helpful there. Everybody was very kind and supportive, and wanted to get to know you on a personal level. So I enjoyed that. Um, there are also other resources out there, like the Conklin Davis Center now
Oh yeah.
is
Yep.
what it's called. So, if you want to go there, either one of those resources are fantastic. They really are.
Either one. It's good to go. If you got skills, you can always go get more though. They help you. They'll help you in different areas you need help on. Some can be there for 2, 3 weeks. Some can be there for a month or more than a month. It
Yep.
depends on what you need help on. And also, I heard they can help you. Like help you. They help you get a job. Okay, yeah, they'll train you for that. Like basically like FSDB, but 2.0. They'll train you for a job, and then also they will. I heard from somebody that they help you. They show you how to get your own place to live in.
Yeah, the Conklin Davis Center does that, and the rehab center does that to a certain degree too.
Yeah,
They kind of help different ways with that. But yeah, I like the way you kind of described it. It's FSDB, but just strictly hyper focused on the independent living skills rather than the academic aspect of it.
yeah, right. It's not so much as academics. It's so much as helping you navigate the world. It's helping you. What you gonna do out in the world. Are you willing to get a job? Would you like a job? What you want to work? Where you want to work at? And also, it can help you get a place. A house, an apartment, a nice old apartment, wherever you want to go, wherever you want to live, whether it's Daytona, Jacksonville, St. Augustine, Tallahassee. They'll help you with that. They will help you with that. I have heard, and that's my
Yep.
plan. That's my plan when I graduate. To go over to the rehab center and see what it's about. Not just see what it's about, but go get more skills, work on different areas I need help in, and try to find my own place, man. Because
You got
that's
that
what
right.
I want to do.
100%. Well, Zan, it's been a pleasure being on here with you, my friend. Thanks very much for taking the time, and thanks for inviting me to come on here with you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's an honor, man. It's an honor to have you on. I had you on the platform before. That was Spotify. If y'all haven't heard that podcast I did with them, episode 9, that's on Spotify. If you want to go on Zan Talk and listen to that, you can. And also, you got the live right here. We just discussed to you about different career opportunities at FSDB and outside of FSDB. So, Mr. Trent, it was nice having you on here, man. And I hope you enjoyed the live, man, and I look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Hey, thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care.
You too.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Trent Ferguson on the live right there. I think he just left the live, so I'm gonna talk a little bit and I'm gonna let y'all go. People, if you decided With it's just it'll help anyone out in the world, man. And we got to take advantage. We have to take advantage of the opportunities that comes our way. So if we don't, that's an opportunity that just passed us by. So yeah, man, that's just that's my take on it. That's what I know. That's facts. It's true. It's true. Don't just ask me. It's all kind of people, blind, vision impaired. No, if you see something out here, ask them. Hey, did you go to FSDB? Okay, if you did, what was it like there? What was the opportunities? What was you know basically how did they prepare you for getting out here in the real world? Because it's easy. Y'all think it's hard for us to get around out here, but it's not. It's not. So don't think like that. But we can take advantage. All of us, no matter who you are, what your disability is, we got to take advantage of all opportunities, career opportunities that come our way. And so, yeah, man, that was my guest, Trent Ferguson. Uh, and I'm gonna end this out with a quote, man. My favorite quote, and it goes a little something like this: "The playing field is level. The choice is yours to make. You can either make a good decision or a bad decision. It can either have a positive or a negative impact on you and the people around you." That's all I have to say for y'all Zan The Man listeners and dear viewers for today. Hope you have a great one. And I definitely hit you back with a live and see you on the next go round. Let's see. Guys, try looking at the camera. I kind of, oh, I think I had like my camera. Oh no. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mason the Cheeseburger. And we just gonna end it right.